everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. Head shave time. It's been 4 days, 5 days, I can't remember. Anyway, I was sent as part of a trade with Dean Ali over in the eastern states of Australia. This is the Headblade ATX. Now it's slightly different, no, not slightly, it's quite considerably different to the Moto. This is the Moto, this is the ATX. You can see down here that you've got a ball on the Moto and you've got 4 tyres on the ATX. Slightly different designs. They both, I would imagine, work very similar. If you hold them sort of side to side there, you can see the angles of the blades and things are very similar. Now, one thing I will say, the finger hole on this one, on the Moto, for personal taste, feels a bit more comfortable than this, but overall in my hand the ATX feels more comfortable. So I've got brand new blades on here that were also sent over by Dean, and I think these 4 blades, 4 or 5, oh, there's 6, shit knows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so these are 6 blades. In fact, this one looks a bit, there we go. I had a dodgy blade in there. There's a blade that was just sitting a little bit off centre, so I've just fixed that. I popped one of them on there as well, but this has got 6 blades in it. Not normally what I would use on my head. I would normally use the skin guard, to be honest, if I was using a cartridge, but we'll give this a bash. So here we go. I do like the Headblade. I think it's a fantastic product and it shaves very well. King C Gillette shave gel. This is what the missus uses in the shower, so I'm just going to use that today. Something nice and quick and easy. Well, hopefully quick and easy. Let's just see how we go. Pop a blob of that in my hand. There's no lathering involved with this stuff, you just pop it on your head. To be honest with you, I think you probably could lather this stuff. I mean, if you rub it hard enough, you get some sort of thing happening. Not quite sure what. I'm just going to wet my hand again, just add a little bit more moisture. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to try and stick my finger in the hole, like so. Just give that a bit of a warm up in the water. I think that'll do me. I don't think there's much more I need to do with that. Now this stuff is more, for me personally, I use gels and things like that at a pinch when I need a quick shave and I just want to get stuck in. So we'll see how this goes. I'm just going to go straight against the grain here. 6 blades. Now the thing I found with the 6 blade cartridge, when I used it before from memory, was it used to get quite clogged. Now the great thing with shaving gel is if you get enough moisture into it, it doesn't really, it's not thick, so it shouldn't in reality clog up these 6 blades. Now, I don't know whether you can see that, but it is just peeling through the hair. It's doing what the Headblade does. Now I don't expect to get a BBS head shave in the first sort of few strokes, or the first pass, but alright, this is interesting. That's not as comfortable to hold sideways as the Moto either. Albeit that the blades, I would imagine, are very similarly placed. It doesn't feel quite as comfortable. Now because there's 6 blades in this cartridge, I do find that I don't want to be going over the same areas too much. I want to really try and get rid of the hair in 1 or 2 strokes if I can. And I know really that's not possible, but that's what I'm trying to do. I mean, essentially the whole idea of having 6 blades on a cartridge is that with 1 stroke you're taking 6. But in reality, a cartridge doesn't really work like that. So doing it this way should be fine. I should be able to just chop in here. No worries. There you go. It's much more comfortable to use my right hand because I'm right-handed. Now this is ambidextrous August, according to Chris over at Carl. So I should be using my left hand here as well. I just want to get a feel for the razor. It's the same with the carve. I'm still going to stick to that with my right hand until I get a better feel for it. So the other fantastic thing with gels and some creams as well, not all gels and creams, but there's still loads of slickness on my head, so I don't actually have to reapply any more gel or any more product. Feels to me now like so 6 blades, and it's, I mean, don't get me wrong, the biggest majority of the hair is gone, but I still have quite a lot of hair on my head. Now, I'm not saying I would have less. I would have said with the Gillette sensor cartridge, which was part of the trade really with Dean, I sent him over the black holder for the Gillette sensor blades because he couldn't find one. I don't use the head blades much now, to be honest. This just gives me a new lease of life, having new blades to use. But the 2 blades, for whatever reason for me, do tend to just give you a quicker, closer shave. I don't know if it's the gapping between the blades that allows more hair to pass through, so it gets a closer shave, and I think that's part of it. As much as I mean, this is smooth, but look how much I'm having to buff the same area, and I'm still not getting it all. From memory, I think this was part of the issue I had with the 6 blade cartridge when I used it last time. I don't mind the 4, I really like the 3. So I think that's really about as good as I'm going to get, and I'm not BBS, which will annoy me. So I'm pretty close. I mean, that's not a million miles away now. I managed to catch pretty much the last little dregs of hair there. Still, even there, I don't know. So if I lift this, see, there you go. So I'm not using the wheels anymore. I'm just using the blade, and I'm getting BBS. So the wheels, in comparison to the alignment of the blades on this cartridge, so I'm not using the wheels now. I'm just touching the cartridge on my head, and I'm getting BBS straight away. Yeah, I can feel the difference. I can feel it cutting now. Yeah. So that won't be perfect, but it'll be pretty damn close to. Yeah, don't touch the wheels on my head. I can feel it cutting straight away. It's gone. I'm getting BBS with it. I don't have that problem with this so far, with maybe with the 6 blades, but previously with the Gillette sensor blades, the 3 and the 4 blades, I didn't have that problem. So that's interesting, that the wheels are there to guide you along the angle so that you don't get it wrong, yet it doesn't really give you the best angle. Now, it looks like I've got a bit of irritation in the back of my head. No blood that I can see, so that's a good thing, but it does look a little bit red. Now, of course, if you're going to pull 6 blades across your skin continuously for 2 or 3 minutes in the same spots, it's going to cause you some issues. Whew. There we go. One reasonably BBS head shave. Now this King C Gillette transparent shave gel, it's not the nicest stuff in the world to use. The scent of it's pretty average. It just smells like bog standard sort of Gillette scent. It's not a great scent, but it does a reasonably good job. It's slick. which is what I want for a head shave. I'm not too interested in cushion and glide and all that. I just want it to be slick the whole time I'm using it. Post shave is really nice from it. I've used this a few times for head shaves and I always end up with a really sort of silky smooth matte finish with no greasiness or oil or residue left behind. It's a really, really nice finish from this. So the post shave on it is excellent, even though it is mass produced goo in a tube. But the razor, I'm a bit on the fence with it. It's not the most comfortable through the finger hole. It doesn't quite feel as nice as the Moto, but it's still got me there. Like I say, I had to actually sort of, instead of having the wheels sat on my skin like that, I had the wheels off and I was just using the pivot like that on my head. That cut the hair very well. So the blades work. For whatever reason, the geometry of the head and the wheels don't quite work on that razor for me. But that, I'll give it another go. But that's a lovely head shave. I cannot grumble with that. Stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive, and I'll catch you guys next time. Cheers.